Your IELTS writing score is determined by 4 criteria: task achievement, cohesion and coherence, lexical resources, and grammatical range and accuracy. In this episode, we'll discuss more on the cohesive devices. As soon as we finish this lesson, you'll learn more about cohesion and its function, different types of cohesive devices, how they are marked in IELTS exam, some examples of the use of cohesive devices, overuse and the underuse of cohesive devices. So, what is the cohesion? Human being uses language to communicate, and this communication can be in the form of written and spoken discourse. To do this, we use one or more words and gradually more sentences. This wide range of sentences can be used as a unified whole, and thus we produce long text. Cohesive device is a tool which holds different parts of sentences. In terms of communication, cohesive devices are typically single word or phrases that hold or hang different parts of the text. Let's look at the function of cohesive devices. The major function of cohesive devices is to form meaningful sentences, and thus it helps in achieving unity of a text as a semantic whole. A text must be meaningful. On the other hand, a text that is not cohesive is not meaningful. Cohesive devices show the logical relationship between the sentences and the paragraphs. Using appropriate cohesion devices in the essay is an important skill for getting a good score in IELTS writing section. In IELTS writing marking criteria, coherence and cohesion accounts for 25% of your marks. So it's important to use it correctly and sparingly. Sparingly means that you don't overuse them. Sentences that are presented as a whole are linked and related to each other by specific cohesive devices. For example, references, substitution, conjunctions, and lexical item. Let's see some example sentences of references. Johnny is an intelligent boy. He always stands first in the class. Here we use Johnny as a proper noun, but in the next sentence, instead of using the name again, we use a pronoun he. James will sing if he is fit. Again, rather than saying twice, James will sing if James is fit. Instead of James, we use he. This is how we make the continuation and the flow of the sentence. Let's see an example sentence of substitution. My knife is too blunt. I must get a sharper one. So I replace too blunt to a sharper one. This is how we can replace or substitute a right phrase or words. Cohesive devices are called by different names: linkers, discourse markers, transitional words, signposting language, or connectors. However, commonly cohesion refers to linking words like although, despite, however, due to, as a result, while, etc. This helps you to connect ideas and show the relationship between paragraphs, sentences, or part of sentences. Since paragraphs are used to explain your ideas and stages, connect and show the relationship between paragraphs and sentences by using a wide range of linking words or connectors. Now let's see a wide range of connective words and phrases. These are examples of cohesive devices. For giving opinion, you can say, in my view, I disagree, I believe that, in my opinion. To compare, you can use similarly, compared to, likewise, equally. Showing contrast, you can say even though, despite, nevertheless, however. To add something, you can use moreover, additionally, furthermore, as well as. Result or consequences, you can use as a result, consequently, Therefore, to show or use examples, you can say to illustrate this, for example, for instance, in other words, in sequencing, you can use to begin with. Firstly, after that, to show reasons and causes, you can say since, due to, as a result of, because. For rephrasing, you can say put more simply, that is to say, in other words, in simple terms. Let's see how your IELTS writing task is marked. If you get band 5, it means you use inadequate or inaccurate or overuse of the cohesive devices. If you get band 6, it means you use the cohesive devices effectively, but the cohesion between or within sentences may be faulty or mechanical. If you get 7, it means you use cohesive devices appropriately, although there may be some over and underuse. To get 8, you have to use all aspects of cohesion appropriately. So the main reason for getting a band score 5 in IELTS writing is inaccurate use of cohesive devices. On the other hand, for mechanical use of cohesive devices, you may obtain a band score 6. And band 7 and 8 essays show that cohesive devices are used well and effectively. If you look at the band 9 essay, the cohesive devices are used very effectively. Let's see an example why cohesive devices are very important. Because it keeps the flow in the writing, and for the readers, it's easy to read. I live in an apartment. I really like my apartment. It's modern. It's conveniently located in the city center. It's close to my school. It only takes me 10 minutes to walk to school. The apartment is a bit small. I would like to find a bigger one in the future. So this one, when you read or you listen, you find some abrupt sentences. By using more effective cohesive devices, you'll get the flow in reading. So let's see an example where we use the cohesive devices more effectively. I live in an apartment. I really like my apartment because it's modern and it's conveniently located in the city center. It's also close to my school, so it only takes me 10 minutes to walk to school. However, the apartment is a bit small, which is why I would like to find a bigger one in the future. This one, now you see, a bit more meaningful. So that's why we need to use the cohesive devices appropriately and effectively. So some tips for using cohesive devices effectively. Use only cohesive devices if you can use it correctly, if it is needed. And do not use too many cohesive devices. Use a few, about 2 in each paragraph, in an effective, accurate, and natural way. It's not necessary to use them all over the essay, just 1 or 2 per paragraph. So my dear friends, we have learned the cohesion and its function, the different types of cohesive devices, how they are marked in your IELTS exam, some examples of the use of cohesive devices, the overuse and the underuse of cohesive devices in IELTS writing. So keep watching our videos and learn more about IELTS writing.